job interviews, and I do quite well. Just kind of something naturally that I do. However, some of you people might need some help with it. We're not all, there are some things that come really easily to many people, and then I find it hard to do. So we all have our strengths and our weaknesses. Now, if you're trying to find reliable information, accurate information, useful information related to job interviews, then how to prepare for a job interview, how to apply for a job, then a lot of the information that you come across, I've looked at a lot of this information, about 90% of the information, even more, I'd like to say 95% of the information is not accurate or useful or meaningful or whatever you want to, it's just not the right stuff that they're trying to tell you. It's basically it's getting advice from someone who doesn't know how to do it themselves. Here's an example of another video that has a lot of views, 1.6 million views, and disliked. Whenever you're looking at the YouTube videos, you look at this like to dislike ratio. So that's 11,000 liked it and close to 2,000 did not like it. Let's just play the video, and when the video is playing, what I'm gonna do is pause it from time to time to tell you where this guy goes wrong, which is almost everywhere. So let's begin.
In this video, I'm going to tell you guys how to prepare for a job interview. Alright, so the first thing is you got to determine how formal is this job interview going to be. If you're interviewing for a startup, likely you don't really need to prepare for any specific questions because it's just going to be the natural little conversation that you have with the employer. But if you're interviewing for a corporate company, you should be prepared for the cliche typical interview questions that you would always get. So I included a link to typical interview questions in the description below if you guys want to check that out. Alright, number 2.
Why would you just include a link to typical interview questions? Why would you do that? Why don't you just talk about some of the typical interview questions, at least a couple, and then move on to some other topics? I'm going to leave this, I can get more into first, and then he talks about formality, or not formality, being formal, and then being formal. How formal is it going to be? Just not a. There's no set way of determining how formal it's gonna be, and you just kind of have to show up. Basically, that's not the even if you have to be formal, that's not probably the first thing that he should have talked about, because it's a lower level, it's a lower priority level. The main thing that the employer is looking at, I've tried to hire people, I'm not really looking at how formal you are, I'm looking at, can you do the job? And that's what most employers should start focusing on, is whatever it is that I'm trying to get someone to do, can they actually do it?
Being obese makes you less desirable to hire, so getting into shape before you start your job search can save you a lot of effort. People who are obese are perceived as less productive and are less likely to get hired for a job, according to...
According to, I love how they always do this, according to this, that. I haven't always been obese, but I have a medical condition right now with my eye, and I cannot exercise, and I cannot do many things, including hold one of those regular 9-to-5 jobs. And I've been offered many jobs, even in this condition at this stage, and unfortunately I cannot accept them. Maybe it's fortunately, because I'm kind of debating whether or not I should actually work a job. I should probably just do my own thing.
Do a study of over 1,000 British employers. Nearly half the recruiters questioned in the study said that they would be less likely to hire someone that is obese.
Recruiters. I've made a video about recruiters and how dumb they are, and I'm going to talk about why they are dumb in more detail, but he's going into this stuff about according to this and according to that study. There are like 500 million trillion studies out there, and all these studies, basically, you'll get a study that proves something is this way, and then you'll get another study that proves something is that way. Just forget the studies. Learn from someone who has practical real life experience.
The 3 is dress appropriately. Whatever they wear at that job, take it one step up. If people dress casual, you dress business casual. If people dress business casual at that job, then you dress professional. Now, this is me wearing my dad's suit. It's unfitted, a generic suit, and it looks lousy. This is me wearing my custom made-to-measure suit that I got from Conproof. And you can clearly see the difference in the fit and style.
I'm not saying walk into an interview with shorts on and not having showered and shaved, but your appearance, it does somewhat matter, but primarily what they're concerned with is, can you, like I said, actually do the job? I'm not going to watch the entire video with you guys because I already don't like the way it's going. So this video confirms my belief, further confirms my belief that there is very little and close to no good quality information out there related to job interviews.